Here we are. This is lesson 4 of time-lapse drawing a C-type Jaguar. And what I'm doing here is I'm working on the front end of the car some more. And I wanted to make this dark like the other side. And because this is going to be one of the darkest areas on the car, I wanted to get that first, just like in all my lessons. I tell you about every one of these when I start. I want to do the darkest areas first, and then I want to be able to work against that to tell how much lighter the other parts should be. So unless I have the black to tell me how far I can go, then I don't really know where I am. I like to get one area of the car or shadow or something that's very, very dark, in fact almost pure black, and then from there I work to the lighter areas until I get down to the finest light areas that there are, and those are highlights that are left as a reflection or the sunlight actually shining directly off chrome or a shiny body part where you don't see any color at all. So there are a couple of those on this car, and they're on the front, and we're going to keep the black right up against them so that it'll make the most stark contrast, and it'll be the most dramatic effect that you can get. And that's what I really like, is to make some drama and to make the car so it really pops out at you to say, wow, that looks great. And that's what I'm doing here. Okay, still I'm working on the front. Now you can see I'm on the left hand side of the front, and I'm just trying to finish that up. And for right now, you'll notice that I'm leaving a white lower edge. That's a reflection off the ground. It won't be quite that light when I get done, but I'll darken the darkest values, the blacks that are on the front of the car, a little bit more. And then we'll work on getting that so it just is suggested that it's a reflection, and it won't be a very big reflection. Okay, again, this is not as dark a value as it's going to be. It's just where the darkest parts are. I'm just locating them rather than necessarily making them the color that I want yet. But we're going to keep doing this, and we keep working one area against another, and that way it lets me know where we are and how far I can go with it. Okay, getting pretty close on the front now. And from here I'm going to go over on the side and do the lower rocker panel on the driver's side, which in this case, being a British car, it's on the right hand side. So as soon as I darken this up a little bit more, we'll go over and do that. And this may look kind of haphazard, but I'm going from dark area to dark area, and then I'm leaving the other areas alone so that I can work them as an intermediate value in between. But until I get this dark enough that I can start with it, then it's kind of useless. Okay, here we go. Now back onto the rocker panel. And this is not only the rocker panel, but there's a little shadow underneath where you can see part of the framework too. And I'm working on that also. It's going to be that little bump that's just in front of the right rear wheel. Okay. Just going across here. And again, of course, like all the time, this is just a series of dots. And I've sped this up quite a bit so you don't have to watch the full 23 minutes of this. It's only about 6 minutes now, but I speed it up 4 times. And you can see the pen moving, the end of the pen moving up and down a little bit, but that's what I'm doing every time, is lifting the pen up, putting it down just to get a point, rather than making a line or a squiggle or anything else. This is the way I draw, and you can see on the front of the car all the little dots that are there. Some of them may even look like lines, but that's just because they're all headed in the same direction, and when you put a series of dots down, sometimes they'll make lines out of it too. And I do make the outer perimeter of the car, I do that with a line, and it's composed of just a series of dots. So again, it just looks like dots. But I'm doing this in order to show people how easy this is to do. It's virtually foolproof. It's fun, takes some time, but it's really enjoyable. I can do this for hours at a time, and just love it. I've slowed down a little bit now so that I can do these lessons for you every day, so that you can see what what little amount of time could take and come up with a really good looking car in the meantime. But everybody says, oh, I have such patience, I give this or that. Once you get doing this, you don't even notice how long it takes. It's just so much fun to do. It's really enjoyable, and when you get done, you have something beautiful to hang up. So can't be much better than that. Okay, now I'm making a little bit of a lighter area just above the dark area on the right front fender, and that's on the car on the photograph that I have, so I'm using that as the basis. Just about done for today. I'll see you tomorrow. We're going to do a whole bunch more on the body. I want to get some of the lighter areas down now, and then we'll start to see where we are. Okay, thank you, and I hope to see you back here tomorrow. Bye.